Kata Naihanchi.
Sensei Bill of the Mizuchi Dojo with commentary and Naihanchi Kata. Slow down so that we can see the techniques, but also so I have time to comment on this kata. Possibly one of the shortest katas we train, but at the same time with such technical complexity that it often takes as long as other katas for the karateka to learn. After the initial bowing and salute sequence, this kata goes right into a technique where one oyo that one could derive from an analysis of this kata looks like you grab onto the wrist and flip it over and push it down towards your belt. Now, probably bringing the attacker somewhat down towards their knees before you then take those pressured knees and do a sweep kick, followed by a 45 kick on their now likely splayed body. Then followed by parry, pulling block, captured elbow strike, probably sandwiching their head, bringing them down for another sweep kick, a low parry, a low back fist block, and then a spear hand strike into their navel, followed by another sweep into the crane on a rock, followed by 45 into the Naihanchi stance. The crane on the rock and the Hanchi stance being pretty much the only stances used in this kata, which is most likely meant to help deal with a situation where you are in a close quarters situation. You can see here that after that initial punch to the stomach, which I'll talk about more when we go to this symmetrical other mirror version here, is used to, not after the punch, to grab a hold of the belt and pull the person into a series of techniques. So we'll see that coming up here again. So after the initial parry to the side, ridge hand block, low hammer strike, you grab somebody after the low hammer, pull them into a rising elbow and back fist, hold them in place while you do a hammer to the side of the head, pull them over to the side and do a hammer fist to the likely back of their exposed neck, and then continue to hold them, but putting your other hand on them to spin them out on some body part, likely pulling them over using their own mass to get them to go in one direction, and then you punch out to the side to actually rotate them in place in an angle counter to the motion they were making, probably resulting in some sort of a traumatic break.